60 Minutes, Johnny Carson talks more frankly than he ever has before when Mike Wallace profiles the king of late-night television tonight on 60 Minutes, to be seen right after our football game and, of course, at its regular time on the West Coast. 1st and 10, Buccaneers on their own 30-yard line. Tampa Bay leading 21-6. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. It's Jerry Eckwood to the 35, to the 40. Owen Cromwell bringing him down at the 40-yard line.
High formation, flip to the tailback to the tight end side. That play almost broke all the way. Cromwell, with his speed, made the tackle.
The Rams sputtering offensively.
Now what's this?
As Eckwood moves, and you saw Ferragamo taking it all in.
Turn it up inside. Now watch Cromwell make the play right here. Just grabbed him by his shirt.
And it was just enough for a first down for Jerry Eckwood. 1st and 10 on the Tampa Bay 40. Eckwood is on a wing. Bell all alone. Eckwood in motion to the right. A rush by Youngblood, and it's a clean drop to the tight end, Jimmy Giles.
That looked like it was going to develop.
There you see Vince Ferragamo holding the ball and biding his time along with Lawrence McCutcheon. 21-6, and remember, the Rams' 6 points was an interception and a 31-yard run by Jim Youngblood. Hayden is 13 for 22 for 64 yards, and that's all.
The reason Giles dropped that ball, it was a floater. Just trickled off his finger.
2nd and 10 on the Tampa Bay 40. Hagan's left. Owens right. Owens in motion. A draw to Jerry Eckwood, and he spins to the 45, but he left the ball behind him. And it looks like the Rams have recovered, and of course that wet football will be more dangerous as the afternoon progresses.
We'll probably see more of that. That's the first big break.
Covered by Eddie Brown.
The last man to get up was Eddie Brown. There's Eckwood being hit, and then he left it behind him, and Eddie Brown diving in, rolled over and recovered it.
Eddie Brown makes a lot of big plays. He's always in the right spot. Now, the Rams offense has to take advantage of this field position.
So Pat Hayden has it 1st and 10 on the Tampa Bay 40, pitching to Elvis Peacock, and Peacock spins away from Wood, gets to the 35 and falls forward. Richard Wood had him behind the line of scrimmage, and Elvis Peacock was able to spin away from the tackle and convert it into a plus.
You know what Peacock has? Peacock has size and power and speed, and he also has some elusiveness. Sometimes you don't get all 3 of those characteristics in a running back.
He picked up 7 to make it 2nd and 3 from the 33. Elvis Peacock across the 30-yard line. Danny Reiser trying to open up a hole for him. And that's enough for the first down. So earlier, at the very outset of the game, if you remember, Eckwood could have been a goat when he fumbled on the 3rd play for Tampa Bay, but the Rams couldn't cash it in from the Buccaneer 39. Now Eckwood fumbles on the Buccaneer 40, and the Rams trying to cash it in. And look at the turnovers. The Rams fumbling once, that was Lawrence McCutcheon. The Bucs twice, that's Jerry Eckwood. Hayden rushed by Richard Wood. Gets it away, no good. He threw it out of bounds. Terry Nelson was triple teamed, so he just made sure it wasn't intercepted.
Smart play by Pat. They dogged him, and the first man missed the tackle, and he just put it up out of bounds where it's safe.
That was Richard Wood, 5 years out of SC, who came in to dog from the right side.
That's what they're going to have to do to get the rush. They're not getting a rush with 3 men. They're going to have to mix in dogs. The Rams are going to have to pick them up because the Rams are going to have to throw to come from behind.
Ray Malavasi with a look as if to say, I've been patient long enough. 2nd and 10 on the 30. And it's a draw to Elvis Peacock, and he is caught up nicely, and a big clutch play it was indeed by Dewey Selman, number 58. Peacock might very well have broken that one. You'll see 58 on the left side reach down over a block. See him? And he'll upend Peacock. Otherwise, he was wide open.
Nice defensive play. Now here we have a situation 3rd and 6. Pat likes to sprint out here to get away from the rush, get away from the dogs. Let's see what he does.
3rd and 6 from the 25. Hayden sets back deep, throwing over the head of Terry Nelson, the intended receiver. The strong safety, Mark Cotney, was right there defending.
He hurried his throw on that one.
So Hayden now has completed 13 of 24, but I can think of 4 to his backs that didn't go anywhere.
Yes.
So he is playing catch is about all. 4th and 6 from the 25. Ray Malavasi with the towering Wilkinson standing back of him, along with Bob Brzezinski and Bill Dunston. Dunston hollering, "Come on, offense." Charlie Young.
Rams we're short a man here.
So it is 3rd and 6 on the 25. And Hayden over the middle, off the hands of Terry Nelson.
Same play, same identical play, almost a repetition. The ball was high, a delivery sack. Now he's open.
And the ball is wet.
Pat had a delivery sack on him.
So it's an uphill drive on a muddy road for the Rams. Tampa Bay 21, Los Angeles 6.
We're at the National Computer Conference. Over 400 computer companies are showing their products. And IBM is showing its lower-priced 4331 computer.
This is built for an office environment, doesn't need extra air conditioning.
Logic inside this machine is only about the size of a toaster oven.
This IBM computer incorporates important technological innovations. For example, logic circuits that used to take up this much space now take up this much.
We're giving you more capability at a lower cost.
It's got to be the only industry with the prices going down.
Compared to previous IBM computers of similar capacity, this computer uses 70% less energy and sells for less than half the price.
Yeah, that should cut out cost.
IBM never stops working to improve the computer. But then, IBM's competitors aren't standing still either. IBM, helping put information to work for people.
Next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular, look out for the return of the world's strongest men competition. The action-packed competition of the 79 Canoe Kayak World Championships and more. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
Among other things, the 16th Canoe Kayak World Championships from Quebec. All the excitement of a whitewater sport on the CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Ray Malavasi and Pat Hayden finding it somewhat discouraging in the muck here in Tampa. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers on their own 25. Tampa Bay leading 21-6. Hit back to Bell, and he gets out to the 25-yard line. Ricky pulled down from behind by Jack Reynolds.
Well, they're running that same play to the tight end side, a quick toss to the tailback, and the tight end blocks down on Youngblood, Jack Youngblood, and then the back usually cuts inside. This time the Rams defense did better.
George, a question. When the Rams were struggling, was there any reason to keep passing? Do you think a field goal might have helped out?
42 yards isn't too far for Frank.
Except for the wet ground today. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Williams on a quick out to Higgins, and Higgins is wrapped up by Pat Thomas and thrown away. That Thomas is remarkable because he handles people as if he is a big man, and he's only 5'9".
Thomas is an all-pro, and he's smart, doesn't make mistakes. Now, I'm surprised they keep throwing on Pat's side. You've got Osteen over there, who's practically a rookie, didn't play much last year. You should work on him rather than Pat. Nobody's going to handle Pat. Nobody in this league.
So it's 3rd and 6 on the Tampa Bay 29, and of course the Ram defense asked to stiffen, hold the Bucks, and get the ball back for the offense. You can see Doug Williams' numbers. Here comes Eckwood, but Jack Youngblood able to fight and make the tackle at the 30-yard line.
You know what Eckwood did that time? Shows me something. He put 2 hands on the ball. See if we can see it as he's about to get hit here.
Hey, why not? He's fumbled twice today.
Right.
If he doesn't put 2 hands on it today, he never will, George.
And that's what you have to do on a wet field. 2 hands on that football.
4th and 5 on the 30-yard line. So Tom Blanchard will be punting to Eddie Brown. Brown is on the Ram 30-yard line. Rams are not coming. And Blanchard arrows one to the 25, and Eddie Brown backs to the 24. Knocked down by Knapziger. A clip against Kevin McLean, I think.
Well,
Kevin McLean trying to come back.
yeah.
Number 50, and you will see him hit Billy Cesar. Then Knapziger, number 51, came over, but the play has to involve McLean and Cesar, and we'll see who's guilty. Looked like a clip. Rysick indicating as if it was offsetting penalties there, so we'll see.
Yes.
Personal foul. Personal foul clip. That would be the McLean part. Jerry Markwright is not finished yet.
The Rams had a penalty. Then a Tampa player slapped a Ram player in the helmet. I couldn't see who it was. Took a little punch at him.
It was Cesar who slapped McLean back after being clipped. So a lull in the storm at Tampa Bay. We have 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the third. Tampa Bay 21, the Rams 6, and the big story, the Rams' inability to move the ball. Now, Jerry Markwright will tell us what's going on.
Personal foul, clipping, number 50 on the run back.
Kevin McLean.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 44.
The man who was
on
clipped.
the run back.
Rick Cesar, Billy Cesar.
After possession change, the ball belongs to the receiving team at the spot of their foul. First down.
Yeah. So, as we said, Dan Rysick said they were offsetting, and there were the people involved. Cesar clipped by McLean, and Cesar hits McLean, and so the Rams have the ball. But Tampa has the lead, 21-6.
When you need your car now, but you're number 10 in line for service, you're number 1 at Budget Rent-A-Car. When your number 3 son leaves you with no car, you're number 1 at Budget. Whenever you've got any number of places to go, but no car to get there, get a great rate on a great car, plus the great feeling your business really counts.
At Budget, you're number 1.
For reservations, call toll-free or see the Yellow Pages.
Super automotive values from Sears. Steering through the snow or rolling through the rain. Sears all-season steel-belted radio, the weather handler can handle it. Now on sale, as low as $29.88 each. Now get the Sears heavy-duty shock, just $9.99 each installed. Smooth out some of the jolts, jars, and jerks with America's best-selling shock, installed only $9.99. At Sears, where America shops for value.
Eddie Brown, how to catch a wet football.
One of the best, making a basket, elbows in, the ball nestles right into his chest, puts it away, one leg forward. Perfect technique.
Now live, 1st and 10 on the Ram 21. Jesse in motion left. Elvis Peacock gets out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. On top of him, linebacker Richard Wood. Hayden so far 13 for 25, only 64 yards, and what Pat has to do, George, is get this ball club up.
He's got to throw downfield, and Vinny, the other thing, he is only 4 of 13 on third down conversions. 4 of 13.
Well, he has a 2nd and 4 on his own 27-yard line. Pitch back to Wendell Tyler. And Tyler just keeps breaking tackles. What a run. Finally, Mark Cotney, the tight end, brought him down. The fellow who messed up the start of the play was Richard Wood.
Well, he played it perfectly. Tampa's linebackers are very mobile. They're well coached, well drilled. Now, Tyler is the type of guy that can turn a broken play into a long gainer, and you don't tackle him with the arms, see.
As Brown would justify, and finally the hardest hitter, Cotney, brings him down. And look at those mud puddles. It's 1st and 10 from the 33. Big run by Elvis Peacock. Play action fake to Tyler. Hayden deep through the arms of Billy Waddy. No good.
Well, the game is going to come down to pass rush, pass defense.
The Rams, too, must be missing Willie Miller. He meant a lot to them.
Yes, Willie Miller was a steady, consistent football player. They also missed another guy, John Capoletti. Capoletti was in the mold of the leadership I'm talking about, like Bill Simpson and Dave Elmendorf and Tom Mack. You can't replace people like that.
Elvis Peacock is the leading Ram runner for 34 yards in 5 carries. 2nd and 10 from the 33. And Leroy Selman, number 63, and Doug France.
Now, from a defensive standpoint, he's guessing. Leroy's guessing. There's no excuse from that. Nothing drew him offside. He's playing pass too much.
There's Leroy at the very bottom. See him moving, and now he tries to run around France, who never moved.
And you know what he's doing, Vinny? He's listening to Pat's cadence rather watching the ball and the offensive man. He's listening to his voice.
Number 63, defense, 2nd down.
So 2nd and 5 on the 38-yard line. Tight end Charlie Young waiting his turn to get his hands on the ball. Terry Nelson is in there at tight end. And Nelson is on the right side with Jesse. Denard is left. Wendell Tyler. And it was Dewey Selman, number 58, who hit him immediately. Dewey, who is 11 months older than Leroy, 4 years out of Oklahoma. What a marvelous ball player he is. And among other things, he was academic All-American. So the Selman boys, are they ever famous? First out of Oklahoma. And there's Dewey. And now, of course, the big man of Tampa Bay.
25 is in Jordan. We got another 3rd down situation. 3rd and 5. Let's see what the Rams do.
3rd and 5 on the Ram 38-yard line. 2 minutes and 1 second left in the 3rd. Hayden over the left side, off the hands of Billy Waddy.
Hayden, they had a safety blitz. Pat read it, hurried his throw, and threw it behind Waddy.
And Waddy suffered as Washington, number 40, hit him hard.
There it is. He throws the ball, see it behind him.
He was sandwiched in between Dewey Selman and Mike Washington. So Waddy is out of there, and now the Rams are forced to kick from a 4th and 5 on their own 38. Ken Clark kicking from his own 25. Danny Reese, the deep man, with Tony Davis and Larry Mucker up in front of him. A low snap, and he gets it away. And a pretty good kick this time. It'll be Reese at the 22, and he gets across the 25. Drew Hill and Eddie Hill were hitting him to bring him down. Monday night on CBS, a great lineup. White Shadow, charges of racism. Then MASH with Hot Lips, a spy. And WKRP in Cincinnati. Finally, Lou Grant. All coming up Monday night right here on CBS.
Good coverage in that last kick. Only 4.0 hang time.
Yeah, both Drew Hill and Eddie Hill can fly down there under those punts. 1st and 10 on the Buccaneer 27. They lead 21-6. A minute and 43 left in the 3rd quarter. Here goes Ricky Bell and Jim Youngblood along with Dave Elmendorf. Tie him up at the 25. And a somewhat worried Ray Malavasi. And he has to be a worried coach now. 1:30 left in the 3rd. A wet football, a slow track, and he's trailing 21-6.
Tampa's still running to the tight end side from the I formation.
1973 Blue Devils blocking the party exit.
It looks like the Ram defense will have to make a big play to turn this game around.
2nd and 10 on the Buccaneer 27. Bell and Eckwood doing all the work behind Williams. Play action fake to Eckwood, and Williams pumping over the middle, no good. Intended for Morris Owens, and Dave Elmendorf, the strong safety right there. And look at Doug Williams.
Chuck, watch this now. Watch this. Here's what we call a delivery sack. Now watch the rush. Watch Youngblood. And the top of your frame Dreyer coming in.
Ooh.
Right there.
A legitimate hit. He just hit him hard on right into the stomach.
I think it's just his wind. I don't think he's injured seriously. We hope not.
If you remember, Doug Williams in the 1st quarter of the last meeting last year suffered a broken jaw. Although it has been asked and the question answered, there is no feeling at all of revenge down here.
No, when he threw the ball, he left himself exposed, and Fred hit him right in the guts with his helmet and shoulder.
The backup man is Mike Ray, and it was Mike Ray who had the big day last year. He totaled 218 yards against the Rams with 2 touchdown passes. In fact, Ray rushed for 95 yards. So if Williams is going to take a breather, Ray at least has been to the wars, and he's going in. So Williams, walking off under his own power, took a helmet in the stomach, and we would assume that he is all right after a brief respite. And Mike Ray will go to the controls. Ray, 4 years out of USC.
3rd and 10.
Originally an 8th-round draft choice for Oakland in '73. 3rd and 10 from the 27. Second man is Eckwood. I'll tell you another problem, George, for all these fellas. We were just watching Greg Roberts, the guard on the right side, pull, and it was as if he was on roller skates. He had no way to plant himself to throw a block.
No traction. And by the way, that was a smart call by John McKay. You've got a new quarterback in there. Don't have him put it up. Run your soundest play and keep the clock going and punt the football. Don't take a chance.
The clock shows 12 seconds left to go in the half, and 17 seconds on the clock, so they have plenty of time. Eddie Brown backing up on his 23-yard line. The Rams trying to set up on the right side, but Nafziger brings him down as he gets to the 32-yard line. Dana Nafziger making the tackle. He's 3 years out of Cal Poly. He went to Western High School in Anaheim, did Mr. Nafziger. So the third quarter is history. Tampa Bay 21, the Rams 6. We pause for a word from your local station.
Tonight, meet Trevor John, M.D.
Terrific surgeon, that new kid. Who is he?
When he meets Dr. Gonzo Gates. Don't miss the exciting premiere tonight at 10, 9 Central.
This is CBS.
Freedom Federal has good news for savers and mortgage customers. Regular savings now earn 5.5% annual interest, compounded daily. And there's a new mortgage loan called a variable rate mortgage, with a fluctuating interest rate that's offered below fixed mortgage loan rates. Ask about the new savings interest and variable rate mortgages at Freedom Federal.
These guys at Bill Curry Ford are good. Look who they beat out in truck sales last year. Every single Ford dealer in America. Last year, Bill Curry Ford sold 2,527 Ford trucks. They beat Houston, Miami, and 5,800 other Ford dealers with a game plan that kept prices low, trade-ins high. You can't beat the guys at Bill Curry Ford. I know.
Bill Curry Ford.
WTVT, Tampa, St. Petersburg.
First and 10 for the Rams on their own 32, the start of the fourth quarter, and boy, what a big assignment they have. They're down by 15 points, and they have the fourth quarter left on a very slow track with a wet football.
Well, Benny, they have
Vince
to go deep.
Ferragamo is at quarterback. Elvis Peacock and Wendell Tyler are the running back. And Ferragamo's first play of the day, he's eaten up and fumbled, but he fell on his own ball. It was Leroy Selman who sacked him as he ran over John Williams.
He had a deep pass call. He's going to throw deep. They had a pretty good rush on him. He almost fumbled the ball, and he fell on his own ball.
Well, Leroy Selman right there to eat him up, and Pat Hayden hoping that maybe Ferragamo can get the machine going. It's been stalled all day. Remember, the only Ram points, 6 for Jim Youngblood, a 31-yard touchdown pass interception of Doug Williams. Otherwise, the Ram offense, look, Hayden has passed for only 64 yards. So Ferragamo on his second call from the 23, and a draw to Elvis Peacock. And he's upended at the 35 by Cedric Brown.
Now, Vinny, that was a great call. Just a great call. They were in the nickel defense, 5 defensive backs. You got a natural hole through there with a 3-man line. That'll take the pressure off on some of the passes coming down the line.
But he still has another big play as Cedric Brown upends Elvis Peacock. The ball on the 36-yard line. It is 3rd and 7 for Ferragamo. Kohler leaped over him, and the pass no good. Bill Kohler leaped so high he went right on by Ferragamo. And there you can see the defense, David Lewis.
Yeah, they got a dog. They dogged him. And he stepped up here. Nice play. Stepped up and ducked. Almost interference.
That's right. David Lewis was right on top of him, but the pass broken up. And so Ken Clark has to give it up with 14-11. Danny Reese standing on his own 18-yard line. Up in front of him is Tony Davis on the 40. A good snap with a wet ball, but a low kick. Reese takes it at the 19, and he's going to be dragged down, but Drew Hill, but he gives the ball off to Tony Davis, and Davis goes down, and boy, what a dangerous play that is.
That's scary. Yeah, that's real risky. You don't take chances like that on a wet field.
So they're risky and they're frisky, and Tampa Bay is leading 21-6.
Gentlemen, tonight we're brought together here by two things we all love. Good food and light beer from Miller. I want to take this opportunity myself to tell you, I don't know respect.
Gaston, je dis saignant. Ici, elle est pas saignante.
What is it?
Meatloaf sandwich and a light.
Gentlemen, as we all know and appreciate, light has 1/3 less calories than a regular beer, and it's less filling.
But the best thing is, it tastes great.
Less filling. Gentlemen.
Hey, Deacon, pass the roll. Hey, Charlie, that's my beer. No, yours is by your Bronco. This is my Bronco. That's my beer. What's wrong with you guys? Hey, Bubba, you want the peas?
Ooh.
You gonna eat all that?
Just showing off. Gentlemen, in closing, I'd like to think I speak for all of us when I say if it wasn't for light, I wouldn't be where I am today. Hey, you're profound.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
.57 left in the game, 21-6 Tampa Bay. Doug Williams is back in at quarterback. He has Johnny Davis and Ricky Bell, and Davis usually does the blocking. Second man is Bell behind Davis, and he's out there to the 30, to the 34-yard line.
Well,
so Ricky Bell following Johnny Davis and makes a big move.
Running to the tight end side from the I formation. Good blocking. That offensive line of Tampa's is most improved. The last time I saw Tampa play.
Johnny Davis took care of Jim Youngblood, and Jack Reynolds was taken out from the side and then opened the door for Ricky Bell.
Good leg drive by Ricky Bell.
He has carried for 48 yards, Eckwood for 52. 1st and 10 on the 35 for Tampa Bay. Eckwood is back in there, and he is dragged down by Jack Youngblood as he goes across the 35 to the 37-yard line. A couple of scores for you. Miami 31, Chicago 9, and of course a Bear defeat really helps things along for Tampa Bay. New Orleans leading San Francisco 27-14. They're trying to capitalize on the Rams' misfortune.
Two winless teams.
Philadelphia beating the Giants 17-6. 34-31, Seattle leading Denver. 2nd and 8 from the 37. Bell following Davis again, and this time Eddie Brown meets him head-on and drives him back. Johnny Davis is an unsung hero. He's a 2-year man out of Alabama, number 38. He's the one in there trying to block. They call him Bull. He's a singer with a gospel quartet and a piano player, and he's a hard-working football player.
And the Rams are undershifting to try to stop that running game to the tight end side, and Tampa's still making it work. Now we have 3rd and 5.
Ball just shy of the 40-yard line. Eckwood is the tailback behind Bell. And it's Eckwood, grabbed down from behind by Osteen, and there's a flag on the play. Dwayne Osteen, number 33, slanted in to get him, but let's wait. A holding penalty against Tampa Bay.
And Tampa's only 2 of 11 on third down conversions.
Well, they came in here second to Kansas City as worst in the league as far as third down conversions, and they have lived up to that.
Kansas City must have made some third down plays today.
64, offense, declined, fourth down.
The holding is against the ex-Ram, Greg Horton.
And Greg has done a fine job for him. I'm glad to see him get a job down here. He was a good football player, a hard worker.
Tom Blanchard will be kicking to Eddie Brown. Blanchard from the 30, Brown on his 30.
Punt block. Looks like they're going to try to block it.
Aaron Brown is back there to pick up any strays on a long count. It's a tough snap. Nobody can get in. Eddie Brown retreating to his 10-yard line. Out of bounds. Aaron Brown, the ever-present number 55, who was in the backfield to block, is the man who now helps Eddie Brown to his feet. Boy, he is something. Another guy you should know about.
They faked the punt block that time and set up a return.
11:35 left in the game. Tampa Bay 21-6.
Taste, we've got taste. Come to
Taste Hawaii.
place.
Taste New York. Taste the West. And the East.
Showplace style, we've got style.
Taste Canada.
For a visit.
Taste Paris. And London.
Leave with a smile on your face.
Taste Sheraton.
We've got taste. We've got taste.
You got the ring? I got the ring. Jerry, start the car. Airline tickets. Got them. Jerry, start the car. Hotel reservations. Jerry, start the car.
Okay, Jerry.
The maintenance-free Die Hard. Extra power to start your car
Now start the car.
when most batteries won't. So it gets you to the church on time. Only at Sears.
It's the World Series of Golf. Next Saturday and Sunday, the best of world-class players shoot for the title in the World Series of Golf. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
It's a big day up to here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They lead the Rams 21-6. Vince Ferragamo is back in at quarterback for Ray Malavasi. 11:35 left and 20 seconds left on the 30-second clock. Slot left, Waddy inside Denard. Charlie Young, the tight end, on the right side. The pass is to Wendell Tyler, and he can't hold on to it.
Well, Benny, this is the first 30-second clock that's worked in 4 weeks.
Ray Malavasi, nothing seems to work.
Well, Wendell is not the best receiver. Wendell's is improving his receiving. A wet ball throwing fairly hard is tough on him. Ferragamo is going to go deep. He's going to go for the bomb. He has to in this situation.
A very discouraging day for Pat Hayden. He passed for a total of only 64 yards. So that's one reason why Ferragamo was in there with 11.5 left in the game. Ferragamo to Wendell Tyler, and they scissor him at the 25-yard line. Johnson and Dewey Selman bringing him down.
They can give them all those short passes all afternoon. They aren't going to beat the Bucs throwing 5, 6, 7-yard passes.
As far as the Ram running game is concerned, Tyler 5 for 33, Bryant 4 for 15, and Peacock 6 for 47 yards. Cullen Bryant and Lawrence McCutcheon have not had too much of a chance to gain any yardage. And it's caught by Preston Denard, and Washington takes him out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Now, 2 things happen. Ferragamo read the defense very well. He's got excellent protection. They're just rushing with 3 men, so you got 2 men all along the line with the help of the backs, and he drills that in there.
That was almost intercepted at the same time. Cedric Brown almost had it, but Denard wrestled out by Mike Washington.
What we should watch for is Ferragamo and Denard work well together. They got good teamwork.
Here's Charlie Young, who was also free, hollering for the football. But it's enough. And the Rams trying to make a move. 1st and 10 on their own 42. Second man is Wendell Tyler. Fumbles. Tampa Bay recovered. Mark Cotney, the strong safety, fell on it. The hit was made by Wally Chambers.
Well, let's see it again.
You'll see Chambers, number 60, make the tackle.
Well, look.
Here comes 60. Bingo. There goes the ball. Here comes double threes. Mark Cotney, the strong safety.
Everybody knows small cars save gas. Yeah! But we Duffies need more room. Yeah! So the Duffies are here on the incredible Ford factory tour to find out what incredible things Ford is doing for the Duffies. Yeah! Children, this is Ford Motor Company's incredible new gas-saving automatic overdrive transmission. Repeat.
Incredible automatic overdrive transmission.
Roger.
This is the first transmission of its kind in any American car.
Susie?
At about 40 miles an hour, it shifts into overdrive automatically.
Julie?
That makes your engine work less, so it uses less gas. Yeah!
But the most incredible news of all is that they made this transmission available in Duffy-sized cars like this Ford LTD wagon. Katie?
Ford is incredible.
To take the incredible Ford factory tour, write us for information.
Okay. Wendell, we talked about Wendell waving that football around and not protecting it. He's got it on the wrong side. This could turn the game around now. The Rams had to put some points on the board. Buck defense has forced 15 fumbles and recovered 10.
And 2 today, Lawrence McCutcheon and Wendell Tyler. And this is Ricky Bell. And he goes nowhere back at his 46-yard line. Jack Reynolds wrestling them down. There have been 4 fumbles in the game. Jerry Eckwood has fumbled twice for Tampa Bay. Lawrence McCutcheon fumbled once, and that led to a touchdown for the Bucks. And now, of course, the fumble by Wendell Tyler. Only 10 minutes left, and the Rams are down by 15 points. And for the Los Angeles Rams, as you see, Freddie Dreyer, among others, they have been together for a long time, and the young Bucks are rearing up and trying to beat them today. And Williams throwing the ball anyway, and the catch is made out of bounds. No catch.
Well,
the receiver is Isaac Hagan.
He had him open. It was just a matter of throwing the ball to keep him in bounds. He throws a line drive. No chance. Now, look for the Rams defense to gamble here, go for a safety blitz, to force a fumble and turn this game around.
So the Rams, the hard noses up front. Larry Brooks, 8 years out of Virginia State in Petersburg, coming off knee surgery last year in a tough day in the trenches. 3rd and 14 from the 47, and it's a blitz. Intended for Mucker, but Williams had both Eddie Miller.
Vinny, it was just what we said. They went safety dog, safety blitz. Williams read it. Now, sometimes the receiver doesn't realize he has to look right away. He can't get open. He's got to look before he gets open. He was open for a completion.
That was Larry Mucker, who caught a 15-yard pass for a touchdown earlier in the game. So with 9:42 left, 21-6 Tampa Bay. Tom Blanchard will punt once again to Eddie Brown. Brown standing on the Ram 15-yard line.
Well, they got everybody up, 10 men up.
Well, the Ram offense hasn't been able to do it, and the defense now trying to get in and see if they can't smother the punt. Aaron Brown is back to block. And they can't get through. Eddie Brown taking it on the 6. Mucker can't get him, but 3 of his mates do, and Mucker's one of them. Mucker, number 87, couldn't get him the first time, and you talk about great pursuit. He went back along with Cesar and pulled him down.
They're really fired up. You know, one guy we didn't mention was Cody Jones. The Rams miss him. He was a fine football player and a solid citizen.
And that could be another bad blow for the Rams if that's Eddie Brown down. Eddie Brown, it might be Eddie. I'm not sure whether it was Brown or someone blocking for him.
Well, he didn't have a chance. 2 or 3 men hit him on it. There was very little blocking.
So we have 9.5 minutes left here at Tampa Stadium. The Bucs are leading the Rams 21-6, and don't forget tonight, 60 Minutes, be sure to watch the new exclusive interview with Johnny Carson. Then Archie Bunker's Place gets a new partner, Martin Balson. Then guest star Telly Savalas joins Alice. And then the Jeffersons are back with a big surprise. And Pernell Roberts stars as Trapper John tonight. That'll be after football and, of course, on the regular time on the West Coast.
Here's the final. Miami 31, Chicago Bears 16. So Tampa can take over first place if they can hang on.
1st and 10 on the Ram 11. Ferragamo in there again, and he has Peacock and Tyler. Waddy is right. Denard goes left. Chambers slips and he can't get in. Ferragamo going deep, and it is intercepted by Jarris White, and White is down. They're going to rule that he's down at the 42-yard line, I thought, but he is still scrambling. Jarris White and Preston Denard pulled him down at the 18.
No, he went down with his own momentum.
Right. And for a moment, we thought one of the officials had stood and marked the spot, but Jarris White kept on going.
Now, it looked like the receiver and Ferragamo weren't together. The ball was thrown.
That's Waddy.
Over Waddy's right shoulder, and he was looking to the left, and by the time he made the adjustment, and notice blocking back on the intended receiver.
And you see the way the official stood there, I thought he was marking the ball, but Jarris White was off to the races.
He thought about calling it.
Yeah. So Jarris White, 6 years out of the University of Hawaii, makes a critical interception with 9 minutes left. 1st and 10 on the Ram 18, and the Bucs go slot left. Williams in the end zone, no good. Low and hard, intended for tight end Jimmy Giles, who caught one in the first half.
Same play, seam pattern to the tight end Giles. He was open, but Williams just drills it right in there.
Well, we saw Pat Hayden, we saw Vince Ferragamo. There's a picture of Jeff Rutledge, the rookie out of Alabama, who broke Joe Namath's records in college. It's been that kind of a day for the Rams, and it is raining again.
And by the way, that was a good first down call.
So it is 2nd and 10 from the 18. In motion is Eckwood. Pitch back to Bell. Grabbed by Jim Youngblood, gets out of Jim Youngblood, and Bob Brzezinski brings him down at about the 17-yard line. They might have picked up one, and the going is really getting slippery now in the rain. If one picture is worth 1,000 words, here's a good 1,000.
Here comes 38 in. They've used him for blocking practically the entire ball game.
Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis. Let's see. Let's watch Johnny Davis. See what he does in this play. 38.
They split the back in the pro set. And it'll be Bell following Johnny, but he never got a chance to catch up to him. And it is pouring now as Jack Youngblood made the tackle. And as Doug Williams and Tampa Bay come off, they did not capitalize on that big interception by Jarris White. But the Rams now are fighting the Buccaneers, the clock, and the weather.
You know, Vinny, what we used to like to do in this situation is fake the field goal if it were there. Fake the field goal.
Neil O'Donoghue from the 22, a 32-yard field goal. He missed all 3 last week against the Packers. And it's blocked. Well, Kevin McClain falling on top of the Buccaneers. It was Blanchard, the holder, who recovered the block.
The holder fumbled the snap. Watch that. A little bit slow in putting it down, and it was a line drive.
And there comes Pat Thomas. And then as the ball squirts, Blanchard will fall on it, and then McClain will fall on top of Roberts. So with 7:39 left to go in the game, 21-6, Tampa Bay.
A big green football team, an endless yellow sea, a cherry pie, an orange sky, the bluest eyes you'll ever see. Yes, America's true colors come through on GE.
GE TV brings you America's colors vivid and lifelike, and our special VIR2 circuit adjusts the color automatically.
Yes, America's true colors come through on GE. We bring good things to life.
Does the idea of buying a used car scare you? Get a great car buy at Hertz Buy a Car. We sell only the best cars from the Hertz Rent-A-Car fleet, and we give you the complete service and maintenance records so you know exactly what you're getting. Hertz Buy a Car. Call toll-free for nearest location.
They call him the Fiddler. His target, women alone. He's the death car on the freeway. Shelley Hack and George Hamilton star in the Tuesday night movie at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
The sideline of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers leading 21-6, 7:39 left in the game. The Rams put it in play first and 10 on their own 25. Vince Ferragamo, the quarterback, with Tyler and Peacock behind him. Play action fake to Tyler. Ferragamo to Charlie Young, the tight end, and he's brought down by Johnson as he crossed the 35. Enough for the first down, but the Rams need a lot more than first down.
Yes, they do, Vinny. That's that crossing pattern off of play action to the tight end. It's difficult to cover. The weak side linebacker, the backside linebacker, usually has to cover that. And he does. He makes the tackle. They threw it in front of him.
So first and 10 on the Rams 36. Denard is wide left. Waddy wide right. There goes Wendell Tyler, and he ran into Richard Wood. Fumble the ball, and they squirm for that wet pigskin. Tampa Bay recovers. Well, that's Tampa Bay. And that picture tells an awful lot. Take another look. Wendell Tyler carrying the ball loosely again, ran into Richard Wood, spun off Wood, and you see Selman.
Yeah.
There was Leroy Selman who knocked it out of his arms.
Selman went for the ball, went for the elbow, and jarred it loose.
The last time that Tyler fumbled, it was Wally Chambers who knocked it loose. And there's a player hurt. It is Wendell Tyler, and it is his right knee, I believe. There you have it. Right. 3 fumbles by the Rams, 1 by McCutcheon, 2 by Tyler, 1 interception for a touchdown by Jim Youngblood, 2 fumbles by the Bucs, Jerry Eckwood, 1 interception by Jarris White. Now Wendell Tyler evidently twisting that right knee, and we certainly hope it is only a twist. Coming off knee surgery, remember. The NFL on CBS, these games next Sunday, Minnesota, Detroit, the Giants and New Orleans, Washington versus Atlanta, Tampa Bay and the Bears, St. Louis and the Rams, San Francisco and San Diego. Consult your local listings for the game and time in your area. Don't forget, all the action begins with the NFL today. And what a terrible break for Wendell Tyler and the Rams.
The Rams defense have to take chances, gamble, go for the ball, try to turn something over.
Mike Fanning with a look as if time has run out. There's 6:50 left. Johnny Davis in there to block for Ricky Bell. And there goes Bell the other way. He left Davis and crossed the 40. Got to about the 39. So a little misdirection. Every time you see Davis, you know he's blocking. Another fellow who has been to the wars, 9 years out of Florida, the defensive captain who wants to lead the Rams to the Super Bowl and sees a very disappointing day coming to an end here at Tampa with 6:28 left.
Offensively, all you want to do is not make mistakes and keep the clock running.
2nd and 7 on the Ram 39. And Williams going to put it up. Down the middle, off the hands of Giles.
See,
so Jimmy Giles, the tight end, in that seam again.
Yeah, Vinny, the thing is, Giles dropped that ball, but Williams throws the ball so hard. There are times when you got to let up on it and lay it in there, and he throws everything about 90 miles an hour. Now, he'll get that. That pass should have been completed even in this type of weather, but he threw it so hard that the receiver didn't have a chance.
Number 53, the one bright spot for the Rams defensively as far as points are concerned, Jim Youngblood. Ran 31 yards for a touchdown, intercepting Doug Williams, but those are the only points the Rams have. 3rd and 7 from the 39. Morris Owens in motion to the right. On a draw, it's Jerry Eckwood spinning and holding on to the ball as he gets to the 35. Remember, he fumbled twice today. 5:58, and how frustrating it is now for the Rams. Everything has gone against them.
I would think they'd have to go for a punt block here. Time's running out.
And for Tampa Bay, a dream come true. A franchise that lost its first 26. A franchise, well, a few years ago, it showed a baby in diapers, and the baby has grown up. Franchise was shut out 11 times. They had 2 wins at the end of 77, 5 wins last year, losing 4 in the last minute of play last year, and they have come of age today. A bad snap. He still got the kick away. So the Rams will take it over 1st and 10 on their own 20. A pretty good play by Tom Blanchard, who's a pro.
Yeah, Blanchard's hit here, a bad snap. That's why you want to go for a punt block in this weather, because you're going to get a bad snap and get the extra rush.
9 years in the league, he was able to get it away.
Hey, Waco, Texas. Who introduced the radial tire? He did. Hey, Gloucester, Massachusetts. Who makes only radial tires?
He does.
He's the Michelin man. And at Michelin, we put you first. That's why we won't make a second-best tire. Because the only thing more important than our tires are the people who ride on them. Hey, Laguna Beach, California. Who's the fastest-growing tire company in America?
Michelin.
At Michelin, we put you first.
Now, the trick is, in just 3 moves, they get the light bottle caps all together, moving 2 each time. Once, twice, 3.
What? That's easy.
Hey, I can put away a lot of beer by the time they figure this one out. That's why I'm drinking light beer from Miller. Not only does light taste great, but it's got 1/3 less calories than their regular beer. And it's less filling.
Hey, what's going on here?
Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3.
What? That's easy. Let me...
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
That tells a great deal of it. 5:19 left in the game. The Bucs leading the Rams 21-6. And the Rams put it in play on the touchback. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Vince Ferragamo. And he goes slot right. Denard inside Waddy. Eddie Hill is in the backfield now with Elvis Peacock. Ferragamo trying to set up a screen, drops the ball and falls on top of it. Bill Kohler, along with Leroy Selman, and what a job they've done on the Ram quarterback all day.
Bill Kohler is really an addition to this ball club. They got 2 men on him, and he splits them, and look at him get his hands up, see, so you can't dump it over.
Kohler is 6'4". He was a first-round draft choice by Cincinnati back in '73, and he had a foot injury, and that's when Tampa Bay picked him up.
Kohler, Randy Crowder, and Chambers, Wally Chambers, have really made this defensive line.
And the Rams know all about it now. The ball is back on the 8-yard line. Ferragamo just unloads it, and it's Eddie Hill slipping and sliding, and down he goes. You just can't get any traction. Richard Wood, number 54, just threw a block at him to bring him down. And for Ray Malavasi, who has been through the wars, I think the feeling seeps in like rain on wet shoes. Well, time's running out.
That's one of the reasons when you're playing a football game on a bad weather, foul weather, it's important to get ahead early, because as the game goes on, the playing field gets torn up. You have less and less chance to execute on offense.
And as we said, the Rams, Nolan Cromwell, recovered a Jerry Eckwood fumble. 1st and 10 on the Buccaneer 39 at the start of the game. It's 3rd and 22 from the 8. Ferragamo to Denard, and it's out of the hands of Mike Washington, otherwise an interception. But let's get back to that first big break. I think if Cromwell, having recovered Eckwood's fumble, the Ram offense had 1st and 10 on the Buccaneer 39. If they had scored, it might have been a different ballgame.
You got to get the attitude. Hey, this is the first break of the game. We got to take advantage of it. We got to get at least 3 points. Instead, they didn't even make a first down.
And then Tampa Bay's defense said, hey, we can hold this club. The offense was buoyed up, and they went on to pile up this 21-6 lead. Ferragamo telling everybody one thing we all know, how slippery the ball is. 4th and 22. Ken Clark kicking from the end zone. Danny Reese all alone on his 45. Danny Reese backing up on his own 37. Slipping and sliding and still going all the way to the 45-yard line.
Danny Reese showed something there. Don't run laterally on a wet field. Go straight ahead. A nice return of about 12 yards.
Danny Reese went to USC. He also went to Banning High School. When he was at USC, Danny had 18 career interceptions, and he was a 3rd-round draft choice of Cincinnati. So McKay never forgot some of those players, and he picked up some discards, and it really helped him. 3:39 left in the game. 1st and 10 on the Ram 46. Johnny Davis in there blocking back for Ricky Bell. Only Davis is going to carry. That surprises everybody, and he has almost a first down.
Smart football. You put him in there to block. Just give him the ball enough as a change of pace. That's what John used to do at SC.
In the middle of the Ram defense, Jack Reynolds, 10 years out of Tennessee. The quarterback on the Ram defense that was 2nd against the rush, 1st against the pass, and is going to lose today with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Buccaneers 21 and the Rams 6. 2nd and 12 on the 37. And now they move it to within inches for a first down. Not 2nd and 12, 2nd and 1 after that big run by Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis grabbed by Reynolds, first down.
And the other good thing about Johnny Davis, he's got 2 hands on that football. It looks like he's a sure ball handler.
I don't know whether they're rewarding Johnny Davis for all his hard blocking all day, but they have now given him the ball 2 straight carries for a first down.
And again, straight ahead, going right at him. I like their game plan today. You aren't going to fool the Rams or make a lot of yards going wide on the Rams.
You're not going to fool this Ram defense either. They know time has just about run out. 2 minutes and 18 seconds, 21-6 Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 from the 30. This time it's Bell with Davis blocking, and he got to the 25 before being pushed back. Ricky Bell has been a workhorse along with Eckwood. Eckwood has carried 22 times for 59 yards. Bell 14 carries for 57 yards. And then Davis has carried for 12. But it's been Eckwood and Bell all day. You might be wondering about the Rams on the ground. Hayden ran once for 6. McCutcheon carried 8 times for 9 yards. Bryant carried 4 times for 15 yards. Tyler, 7 carries for 43 yards and then suffered a knee injury, and we certainly hope it's not serious. Peacock, 6 carries for 47. They also tried, the Rams, an end around with the tight end Terry Nelson, and it kind of summed up the Rams' day. That end around lost 10 yards.
This game lets everybody know that Tampa has arrived.
Remember the ads from Tampa Bay 5 years ago? The little baby in diapers?
Yeah.
They're coming to the league?
Yeah.
Boy, that little baby is some young man now. So
They have
for the
a good-
Rams, it'll have to be another day.
Tampa has a good shot to win this division now.
And now, especially with the Bears losing today, Tampa Bay under a full head of steam. Philadelphia just beat the hapless Giants, and we use that word advisedly, 17-13. 2nd and 5 from the 25. 2 minutes left. Ricky Bell following Johnny Davis, and he's bear hugged and brought down inside the 18 by Bob Brzezinski. That will be enough for a first down for Tampa Bay, so they continue to roll and hold on to the football.
Yeah, and offensively, you take your time. You're slow getting back to the huddle. You're slow getting out. You try to work that 30-second clock up there in the corner down to the very last second, every play.
Another thing exploited today, at the start of the game, we were telling you the Rams were second in the conference in ball possession. But Tampa Bay has just dominated the offense today. 30-second clock ticking away. 1st and 10 on the 18. Doug Williams taking plenty of time. Here goes Ricky Bell inside the 15, losing his helmet in the bargain. And with 1:05, Tampa Bay, it's just a question now if they're going to score again.
And you know, Benny, I've seen situations like this where the defense lets down a little bit and the offense breaks one. The Rams should take time out, use their timeouts.
Our producer, Perry Smith, and our director, Tony Verna, we'd like to thank Dr. Bob Woods for the statistical information today. Vin Scully, along with George Allen, sending you the last 35 seconds and the birthday of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Today they become men. Johnny Davis to about the 12. And they ought to sing happy birthday down here to John McKay and the Buccaneers. For the Rams, a good ball club having a bad day against a very good defense.
It's a great win for the entire Tampa Bay organization.
There it is.
Hugh Culverhouse, the community, they've suffered. They beat a playoff team, and they beat them decisively.
And for that man, John McKay, the greatest victory without a doubt in his professional career, one of the biggest in his all-time career. Pat Hayden, whom he had at SC, first to come over to shake his hands, and Danny Rysick, then Dr. Bob Curlin. They know how important it was to John and to Corky and the kids. It's been painful. McKay has been eaten up down here. The Wolves took a lot of holes in him when they lost 26 in a row. But they're coming now, and they are 4-0, and the Rams are 2-2.
And you know, Benny, they dominated this ball game. They dominated this ball game. The only touchdown the Rams got was an interception by Youngblood.
Vin Scully for George Allen. The NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
This is CBS.
First Federal of Winter Haven's fabulous corning offer has arrived. Durable corning ware in the beautiful wildflower pattern. To receive your corning, make a qualifying deposit into a new or existing First Federal savings account. And remember, your savings will be earning the highest interest allowed by law. You can see the corning display at any First Federal of Winter Haven office. There are 8 Polk County offices, also Tampa and Orlando. Stop by soon, and let's cook up something special together.
Looking good tonight on Channel 13 are Pulse and my show, One Day at a Time. I'm Bonnie Franklin, and tonight you'll see a brand new episode in the life of the Romano family. We'll all be there, including our wacky superintendent, Dwayne Schneider. Join us tonight for One Day at a Time. And for the most popular news, weather, and sports program in the area, watch Pulse every night at 6 and 11. You're looking good, 13.
With CBS, you're looking good.
Channel 13, Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Vans, Broncos,
We now
Rams,
join the
Arrows.
following
And with
program
Ford's
in
new
progress.
warranty, a Ford deal may be your best deal. Do yourself a favor. See your Ford dealer.
There is a company that gives you automatic one-button microwave cooking. This company gives you AM/FM weather band plus a clock, radio, and television all in one set. This company gives you an incredibly dramatic 5-foot diagonal TV picture. This company gives you portable videotape to go. Who do you think this company is? We're building our reputation on one great idea after another, after another, after another.
Johnny Carson has said over and over that he wants out of The Tonight Show, that he is finally ready for the big time, even prime time. And if NBC won't give it to him, the talk is that ABC will. But for the moment, he is in the court seeking a determination as to whether his contract with NBC is legally binding until 1981. NBC says yes, Johnny says no. At any rate, NBC will give him some prime time, 2 hours of it, on October 1st, to mark his 17th anniversary on The Tonight Show. 2 years ago, we began a profile of Johnny. 3 days after we started, he backed out. Last spring, he agreed to let us try again. And we did.
Why are you doing this now?
Doing what?
This. You walked out on us once before. Didn't walk out on us.
I understood that you're paying me a large amount of money for this.
You're wrong.
Why are you doing this now? I'm not running a boiler room operation. I have no phony real estate scam. I'm not taking any kickbacks. I did steal a ring from Woolworths once when I was 12 years old. And I think that's why you're here.
We're doing this because you're a national treasure.